So Atlanta Housewives, when they was at Kenya's daughter's party.
Yes.
Kandi in the locker room sucking D. Who do you think wrote the note?
Kandi sucks dick in locker room.
I don't know who wrote the note. I was thinking of I don't know.
Which one of y'all wrote this?
Oh, somebody gotta say something.
Oh God. Maybe it wasn't one of the cast. It could have been other women that was sitting at that table. And then that was another thing. No one even tried to interrogate anybody to see who wrote it. I don't think it was Kenya.
No, they did. They was trying to get to the bottom, but then Kenya cut her off like, no, you came late, girl. We got to move on. Like,
unless
she
Kenya
did.
wrote it. I don't see Kenya doing that.
I think it was either Marlo or Sheree.
Marlo, oh.
Because Marlo, I think Marlo was just kind of just throw that in. And I think Sheree, because she was annoyed with Kandi with the assistant.
Sheree.
I didn't write it, but I wouldn't be surprised if she sucked dick in the locker room. She sucked dick everywhere else. Like, why would she be so offended?
Because she was annoyed with what. But if Kandi kept, she was very upset about the note. I'm like, you're a freak selling dildos or whatever crap you're selling, sex toys.
No, but I think when it's not true, she does get mad. Like, if it's true, I think Kandi's like forthcoming with it. Like, okay, yeah, I sucked D in the locker room. What's the problem?
Exactly.
But I think when it's not true and somebody just throwing untruths out there, I think that's when she gets mad about it.
She was mad about it, but I was like, no one's gonna admit who did it, so move on. Like, I understand her saying, oh, I never did that. I never sucked dick in the locker room. Yeah. But they didn't say you did it while you were married. They didn't say when it happened. I understand why she good, but I would have been like, well, I never did that and moved on. But she was like highly upset. And then it was a kid's birthday party with that white woman. Like, I think it's a children's birthday party. My daughter's here.
Ridiculous. She keeps protecting her. I'm so dead serious.
It was inappropriate. Kenya know what she was doing. Why would you bring such a game like that of these women at a kid's birthday party? You wanted
but the kids, I would, as an Aquarius, as Kenya and Marlo, I would have brought that game out. If the kids is on the other side of the hall, because that seemed like some big old banquet art exhibit hall or whatever it was, they were all on the other side. We can talk about D or whatever else. That lady was overreacting. Like, the kids was like way over there. Like, yeah, it's a kids' party. Memory. There was one white lady there at the table with her kid on her lap.
Yeah, that was her. That was dumb of her. But they did start getting loud. You got to understand. They were just.
Come on now. Are your kids paying attention when you in conversation? They do their own thing with their boys or whatever on the side. They're not listening to you.
That's true. That is true. But I wouldn't have mentioned, let's do an adult game. Maybe she didn't expect it to be that bad, but Kenya's already petty. So maybe she wanted to stir up the pot and know there was going to be some type of drama going on. But the woman did overreact, like, oh my God, my daughter's here and all this other stuff. That was a little bit extra. I was like, oh my God, just take it.
I love how Kenya reacted, because I wouldn't have reacted like that. I would have been like, she was like, I'm so sorry. And the lady kept going on. And Kenya was like, don't take it personal. I'm not taking it personal.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Don't let it be personal.
It's not
I get it
going on. I would have been like, okay, I think Kenya handled that very well.
Marlo was funny. Marlo was like, Kenya, you better stop and invite your white friend.
Oh, Lord, let that lady go with her baby. Kenya didn't invite these bougie white folks over here. That is, oh my God, give me my daughter, and this is acceptable.
My kid is here.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Here.
Thank you.
Kenya, don't invite your white friends, don't get it.
Yeah, she was like,
that was definitely.
But did you see the other white lady there with her kid on her lap? Like, she wanted the camera time. She was like, and then Marlo was like, oh, you cool. You part of us. And the white lady was like, yes, I am. And she had the daughter on the lap, talking about D and everything.
Yeah, that was inappropriate. So, the whole point of Kenya doing the game, I think, was just to stir up some type of drama, because if she didn't, it probably would have been like a boring event. Like, that part probably would have been cut off. I would think that we probably would edit it and not show so much of the birthday party. So she felt like, oh, let me stir up some stuff because she already knew there was tension between Sheree and Drew. So maybe she felt doing that would have, stirred up the whole conversation, which it did.
And then what do you think about the next beef with Marlo and then Kenya driving Lisa Ray's Range Rover?
I never heard about that. I don't even know where that came from, but I mean, I believe Kenya because Kenya's like, well, I don't know Lisa Ray.
I believe her too.
I believe her. So I think Marlo's just trying to make rumors and try to show that Kenya can't afford anything. But I don't believe it. And Lisa Ray, I'm like, well, why did it pick Lisa Ray out of everybody? So I don't really believe that was true. I think that was a rumor.
I do think that was a rumor. And then I think that Marlo, because it just seemed like this is the instance where their relationship is going like way left.
Oh yeah.
And really,
yeah, they're gonna have beef throughout the season.
Yeah, and it's like right now, it seems like the beef has like taken on like right now. Like it seems like it's gonna get worse from here, but it's like, what was the point that got them to this beef? Like, and to me, I think it was the iCarve or whatever you call it, late archive event. Like, why is Marlo so angry? To me, it seems like Marlo's the one that's angry and holding on to a grudge from the late archive event.
This is what I saw the first season. Kenya was throwing shade after shade after shade about Marlo's event. If that's your friend and you're trying to reconcile and become friends with them, you go to their event and you on camera. It's going to be seen. It's going to be heard. Why are you making such negative comments? I mean, a lot of the things she said, I thought of, but let's say you and I are trying to rebuild a friendship.
That's true.
I might be there at the event, but you a Black woman trying to do something. Why are you making fun of the event? Why are you saying the invite is not, what it needs to be? She was nitpicking about everything about that event. And I'm like, why?
No, Sheree, all of them were, though. It wasn't just her. Like, I just feel like they made...
It was all of them, but Kenya, to me, kept going on. And she does it more in a vindictive, mean way. And I think she was the one that was still trying to work her relationship with Marlo. So if you're trying to still... Like, Sheree and Marlo looked like they were at a good place. Because when Sheree and Marlo, the second episode, got together, Sheree told Marlo what she said, and Marlo wasn't upset. But Marlo was upset when Kenya said it, because if you're still trying to rebuild and you don't know what kind of conversation they probably had off camera, like, look, I'm going to respect you, or whatever conversation they had, or like, look, let's try to work this out, or let's promise we're not going to go at each other on camera. But then you hear this person is saying all this negative stuff about your event. I would feel the same way if I was Marlo.
But I think I feel like Kenya's being made out to be the villain, because I feel like they always making a little commentary about Marlo's dress, about like, wait, fashions, like what is this, like what is this, like Kandi they were all questioning where she get her money from, how she got this. They was all shocked when you got J-Lo's like clothing, like she had all these celebrities clothing, all of their like major, like from major events, and she had it. So I just feel like Kenya was made out to be like the scapegoat for all of them.
Kenya started from the invite. And you got to understand that Kandi and Marlo gets along. Supposedly they're going to have beef some drama later on. Drew, I don't remember, was Drew even saying anything? You got to understand the history between Marlo and Kenya. They really didn't like each other, to where Marlo made probably one of the meanest comments I've heard on reality TV about saying, oh, that's why your mother hates you. She made some really mean comments to Kenya. So you got to understand, you have somebody you really probably hated or disliked.
Yeah.
Later on with COVID and everything, you try to get to like them. So whenever they do something to you, all that hatred you had for them is going to come resurface. So I think that's probably it. It's kind of like, oh, I didn't like Kenya. I'm trying to get to like her. I'm trying to be at peace with her. But whenever she says something that is going to trigger me back to, this is why I don't like this bitch. This is why I never liked her. This is why. I think that's what it is, because all the other people that said stuff, Marlo didn't have, I think, that much of a beef with them except for Sheree. And that was years ago. And they've been like friends hanging out and stuff like that. But she's still working on her relationship with Kenya. So I think when Kenya says something, it probably hurts more or it makes her more angry because she still hasn't passed the whole thing with Kenya where I could be like, oh, this is my girl. Like if I'm cool with somebody and they say something shady behind my back, I might be like, it hurts my feelings, but that's my friend. I have love for them. Marlo and Kenya right now, I don't think they have a love for each other. So whenever one of them says something, that dislike they really have for each other is eventually going to come out.
I would have questions too. Like I'm here, like, wait, how'd you get all these fashions? And where's the show? Like, are we just? I would be asked. I think it's innocent to ask those questions. Like,
yeah, but
wow,
she like comments about her invite. Like, oh, she has a laptop. She should have had something better than that. Like,
yeah, I want to do that.
A lot of nitpicking about.
That's true. I want to do that. I want to do that to my friend. But if I was at an event and let's say it's like, I would be like, okay, when the show is done. But that's true. She did go overboard.
Yeah, and it was nitpicking. Oh, this, oh, that. Like looking at everything to find something wrong to say. To me, that's how I felt about it. And I was like, why is she constantly saying negative stuff? So at that point, Marla shouldn't have invited her to the event.
I think a lot of it with Kenya is a part like to go in harder for the show and kind of like maintain her peach.
She has to keep her check.
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, she don't have a storyline either.
No, she got a storyline.
What's the storyline?
She's ripping them apart. Her storyline, her and Mark are going through it.
That's the same storyline. Okay, Mark is not even on. She don't have a storyline. Her storyline is stirring up drama.
No, her storyline is she don't have a. Okay, initially it was she don't have a man. She's beautiful. So I think that's a part of the storyline. Like you miss USA.
Okay.
You would think somebody like that has a man. She can't have a man. She can't. Not that she can't have a man.
There's no story. What is
the storyline? Is her. Woe is me. I'm trying to get through life as a single woman. I can't find a right man. I don't know what's going on. I'm paying these men. No, that's the storyline. I'm paying these men to be with me. I'm getting up there.
Like, what is the story?
No, but that translates into today. No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm taking it back.
Oh,
so then she's paying men. That was the storyline. She's paying men to be with her. Beautiful Kenya, Miss USA, is paying men to be with her.
That was
now. She went. She eloped. She got a man.
That was a story.
And then at 48 years old, 48 years old or whatever, married a man in like a month. Didn't invite Cynthia, her best friend. Didn't invite nobody.
Exactly. What is the storyline now? What is going on?
Okay, it's leading up. That's what I'm saying. All of it leads up to that. Now she got married. She had a baby at like 50.
Yeah.
Okay. She got the baby now. Now her and the man going. We need to see how this is the outcome of this. We need to follow.
The outcome is she's gonna get a divorce, and she's.
We don't know. She been holding on to this man since last season.
Exactly, but that's not as interesting storyline.
No, it is because she was holding on to that man. He calling her Ken. He's like, she's
that
like
was before, but what is the storyline now? Now
the storyline is.
He's no longer on the show. Now, if he was still
he's no longer, but they might get together. We don't know what this is leading up to. He's trying to get her money. He's trying to take her.
Yes.
You don't know. Is he trying to get her money? He's trying to get more mana or more, whatever it's called. He's trying to get that. She got a kid now. She's a single mom. They trying to work it out. They still don't got a divorce. So it's like now she's trying to date again.
Stirring up drama, she would be boring with no storyline. Drew is interesting because you want to see what's going on with her husband and how he's playing her like a fool.
That's true.
The Olympics lady now, it's interesting to see her mother's living with her. She's new. She has a husband. She has a sister. She has all those people living in the house. So everyone's intrigued to find out what's going on. Sheree, we just want to be nosy and see what's going on in her house and her dating an ex-con. Kandi is boring because all you keep hearing her is talking about her businesses. Every scene is her talk about her next business venture. It's getting boring and tired. We already know you own a restaurant. You're doing plays. We know. Now it's a little bit spicier because they're adding the issue with her and Todd. So it's a little bit like, oh, now it's Todd cheating. Oh, they're not having sex. Oh, they're having marital problems. So it's a little bit more spicy because now we notice, oh, they're not the perfect marriage. Kenya is boring. Like when they go back to Kenya, and it's, remember, Kenya not causing drama. It's only her and her daughter and her playing with Brooklyn and talking about Brooklyn or doing something afterwards.
But I still think she's an integral part of the cast as far as
she's needed for the show because she is the center of the drama and the shade, but she doesn't have a storyline. So my whole point is she needs to keep up this behavior in order to stay on the show. Her behavior is what's keeping her on the show. Kenya is insecure. She was insecure from the first time she came on the show.
I don't know if she was insecure. I don't think. You think it was insecure?
You know why? When you're a confident woman, you don't need to let everybody know how confident you are. Kenya knows, okay, I'm pretty. I don't think when insecurities is different ways of being insecure. She knows she's a good-looking woman. She's not insecure about her looks. Now let's get that straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Insecure about herself, her worth. Who is she as a woman? That's what she has. Her insecurities, and you know why? It probably stems from her mother. The fact that her mother never wanted to be with her, gave her away. That is part of insecure. I wasn't good enough. My mom didn't want your mother not want. There's one thing. If I'm not wanting you, you got to deal with other issues. But your mother,
and we still don't know why. She talked about that. I don't know. She was on Wendy Williams with Rappaport. They asked her how her Mother's Day was, and she was like, "It was good. Yeah. It wasn't that good because her mother and her grandmother had like a Mother's Day event, and they didn't invite her because her mother didn't want her there." Like,
that is sad. And you have a grandkid.
You still don't know, but what's the reason? Why does her mother not like? I just want to know, like, why doesn't your mother want to be around you?
Exactly.
Like, you're an adult now.
I never understood the story. And they had the episode when she went knocking on the mom's door and she'd open the door. So we never got the story. And I don't think Kenya even knows the story. But the whole thing is there's a lot of beautiful women that's insecure. Look at Halle Berry. The woman's insecure more than anybody else. So insecurity, a lot of people think, oh, people are insecure based on because they're not good looking. You could be good looking. You could know you're good looking, but your insecure is about other things. Kenya was with that guy, Mark, and let him treat her like that. One, she really wanted a family.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing.
She really wanted a family. She really wanted to work. She wanted to have the whole family. She had her daughter. She really probably loved the man, but the way he continuously treated her and she accepted it, and we know Kenya as the person that's not going to tolerate that, a part of it was because of insecurities. And Mark was a smart guy, and he played on to that insecurities. You know what insecurities Kenya probably had, and he played on it. But she is very insecure. And when you're insecure as a woman, when you are around other women that you in your head feel have one up on you, and whatever that may be, you're going to bring them down. As much as she is around all this show around women, whatever it is about Marlo that makes her feel inferior to Marlo for whatever it is, whether she feels Marlo, whatever it is, her insecurities are, to me, why she treats women the way that she does sometimes. Because her beef with Marlo makes no damn sense. The way she was acting with Drew made no sense. The way she was acting with Portia, like all these people, if you go back to the other episodes, why?
Marlo said to her, that's why your mama don't want you.
Exactly. But why did they have a beef from the beginning? Marlo said that, but they were having a beef prior to that. What was the beginning of the beef? I can't remember at this point. What if it was Marlo, if it was Kenya? But
I don't remember. I don't either.
Kenya is the type of person I wouldn't want to be. When I watch these shows, I'm like, oh, would this person be somebody I would be friends with? Kenya, no, she's about. I see her, and again, I've met women like this, good looking. They may have their careers together, but they don't want to be associated with someone in their heads that's doing better than them. She's married. Even though she's friends with Kandi, I'm telling you, I can't. I wouldn't be able to be friends with Kenya.
But I don't think she's looking at them like, I think like Drew, I don't think all of them, I don't think she's like envious of them. I think she's looking at them like beneath her. Like, I don't look at it as like, oh, she's jealous of them. Marlo, she's jealous of Marlo?
I don't think she's jealous of Marlo. I don't think it's not a jealousy. I think it's an insecurity issue that she has when it comes to Marlo. I think it has to be insecurity because her dislike to some of these women, to you got to understand, when she first didn't like Drew, it all started out with the wig. That was the main thing. That's how it all started. She saw Drew and she started talking about the women's wig, which is petty. We would have done it too. Oh, girl, look at a girl, she don't teach. Yes. When she found out she met Drew's husband, stuff like that, this carried on more and more. She made a comment like, oh, Drew's husband is good looking. Yeah, okay, fine. Everybody saw that. But it kept going on, and it didn't make any sense. Like, she kept talking about Drew in a negative way. It just didn't make any sense.
And it was kind of like along the same lines with Phaedra and Apollo.
Yeah, now you know that, oh, this woman's marriage is not the best. Because again, you're thinking, oh, Drew never made it seem like her marriage had issues until later on in the episodes. And certain people. Now, once you find out, oh, her relationship is not the best, that insecure is no longer there. Because and that's just my opinion when I watch Kenya on these shows, is that, and again, I don't know her personally. It could all be an act, but insecurities to me is why she don't like certain women. To me, and it has nothing to do with beauty.
No, that's another perspective to look at, because I didn't think about it like that as to why.
Her relationship with Kandi is where it is, and I think because she gets something out of Kandi. I guess I think she feels like, oh my God, if I'm not, and again, Kandi is on that show for a reason.
And so Kandi's a powerful woman.
And the same way not Portia, the other one, Phaedra, is out, Kandi could be right there too. So you don't want to ruffle Kandi's feathers a little bit too much. And Kandi is a big influence in Atlanta. She knows a lot of people.
That's very true.
She knows a lot. So if you X Kandi out of your life, trust me, Phaedra suffered not being, not be on that show and no longer be friends with Kandi. Her social life or whatever else, I know Phaedra suffered in some sort of way, not even with what she did with Kandi, because a lot of people turned against her.
Absolutely. She lost her job because of Kandi, and like that rumor. Like, to me, that was a part of Housewives, a little rumor. Okay, she drugged somebody. Like, to me, I don't think it was that serious. I mean,
it all depends. Like Kandi said, that ruined her name and business. That was the whole time with this Bill Cosby controversy. But my whole thing is, Kenya is a person that I watch. She's good for TV, but I don't particularly like her. She's good for TV because I see the insecurity, and she reminds me of women that's just haters. And you're like, you need to fix yourself, be in a happier place, and then be around certain women.
Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of things that Kenya do, but I do think that some of the things that she does respond to, I do think I agree with a lot of stuff that Kenya responds to, because I feel like a lot of people do go hard on her. But like when she was doing the stuff with the cookie lady and the other,
that was petty. Why are you doing that to Tanya? That was another thing. Why did she have an issue that, you see, this is the thank you. I forgot about that. Tanya, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
That plays insecure because she came in, she was a good-looking woman. Here she is talking about her relation with a man. Oh, you're just
that's what I'm saying. That part I didn't agree with.
You're not Then she brought the cookie lady to try and just woman's. Why? Really? Why? Why would you
over the wig? I think it was that wig issue when
she brought
Tanya try. See, I think what the problem is, a lot of people, like, they'll try Kenya, but it's like they fizzle. Like, you can't try her. Huh?
They don't get her good. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. And then it's like, once you try somebody like Kenya and you almost try and you initiate a fight, now I'm going to bring it. Like, you talking about my wig, and Kenya got a whole hair care line, and you putting her on blast about wearing wigs. So I don't know. To me, it's like light. Like, I probably wouldn't take it that seriously. But to Kenya, who got a hair care line, whatever, and you trying to blast her about wearing a wig. So now she bringing out the cookie lady. She's saying all kind of stuff. But Tanya just couldn't deal with that energy. Like, she couldn't match it.
Bring it. She couldn't match it. A lot of them can't. But with Kenya is the type of person that you have to have a very strong personality, and you have to be prepared if you go against her. She's one of those people, you do something to her that's like maybe a 5 level, and she's gonna do triple that. She's one of those people, like, she can't just do this like a tit for tat, but she's gonna do it worse to you. So when you do something to her, be prepared for her to go even harder. She's one of
I
those.
agree. I agreed with that. I don't know.
If you don't want to go with her, go head to head with her, then don't bother. But in order to go head to head with Kenya, you gotta have all your shit together. You gotta be married. Yeah. You gotta have your kid. You gotta have your own business. Your man gotta have money. Your man gotta look good. You gotta have a nice house. You gotta have everything.
But I feel like they don't. She has so much. Like, I like Kenya, like I said, but I just feel like they do not. I think they get like intimidated by her and they just fizzle. Like, she has so much that they can go at her with. Like, you can't keep them in. Like, I don't hear them talking about Mark. I don't hear them talking about her butt, her body. Like,
yeah, her butt is fake, supposedly. Well, it looks like
it's botched. Her butt.
Yeah, like, Phaedra used to talk about her butt. But when, oh my God, you remember the reunion where Phaedra put Kenya on blast? Kenya could not say nothing.
And while she's sitting around running around talking about my husband and the father of my children, and she spends her weekends peddling through sperm banks, looking through catalogs to try to find a donor. Honey, you don't know if your baby daddy will be an axe murderer or a child molester, because what you will know is that he needed $10 to get him a medium-sized pizza, so he ejaculated in a cup so you could have a kid. Now check that.
That I love. That still goes down in history. That whole read.
Kenya was just sent. See, she needs a Phaedra.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. No one can bring it.
But that's why we need Phaedra back. Because if we bring Phaedra back, she's gonna bring up the whole Mark and situation. And
that's what I'm saying. No one comes at her. Like, I just feel like they get intimidated because she has so much that they can come at her with. Like, you can't keep a man. He's trying to come after your money. Like, there's so much she can, but I just feel like they intimidated by her.
Well, that's what's keeping, because Cynthia didn't have a storyline.
Now, Cynthia
once she got married with Mike, that was it. Her daughter,
she was like,
yeah, she was boring. But if Cynthia was another Kenya bringing the drama and doing all this stuff, she would have still been on the show. But she was boring.
That's true.
But again, Kandi doesn't really keep me intrigued.
So who would you eliminate if it was like next season?
Kandi needs to go.
But you said Kenya because she don't got a
story.
No,
I'll keep Kenya.
I would keep Kenya.
No, Kenya has to stay. Kenya has to stay. Don't get me wrong. I love Kenya's drama and the way she throws shades. I love it.
I love it.
But the thing is, she has to do that in order to be relevant and get a peach every season. Why is Kandi still there? Like, she's boring as hell. She doesn't, like, what is she doing on the show?
Yeah.
Her storyline is boring. When she gets to be part of the cast, like in the events and stuff, she's there, but at the same time, she's not bringing it. Like, there's something where I'm like, oh, here go, like, even, this is a perfect opportunity. This is another thing, like, when, this is where I said the passive aggressive came up. So she came late to Kenya's event with her daughter, and they all is
Kandi. Okay, yeah.
When she came in, she kind of was explaining to Kenya, was like, oh, you're late. And she kind of explained to Kenya why she's late. And Kenya's like, well, whatever. Kenya was pretty rude about it.
Well, listen, if you know, first of all, Kandi is known for being late all the time. I don't want to hear that at my kid's birthday.
Exactly. That's what she said. But this is what she said. But I'm saying, in order to bring some life into the scene, this is shit. Bitch, don't be checking me. I was like, put me on reality TV. You want to see drama? I will bring it. But what I'm saying is, you need to bring, because that scene right there when Kenya checked you, that's when you should have brought out that scene and be like, who the hell are you talking? Like, say something.
I do.
Like,
yeah, I do feel like Kandi does, like, she'll like buck up at certain times, but certain times it's like very lackluster. It's like, these are times where you should have been like, wait, hold up. Yeah. First of all, like, I got, like, you're not gonna check me, boo, or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been a scene. That scene would have been caught on camera. There would have been a little drama. You would have seen something. Nothing. But I think with Kandi, and sometimes I wonder, is she like that because she thinks I'm a businesswoman and I have to conduct myself a certain way because I own businesses?
Maybe.
I can't be, the drama queen because then I won't be able to get endorsements or deals or be on the shows, because you got to think Kandi's also being in the acting role now.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these behaviors, when they're negative, has a bad influence on these individuals when it's time to go booking for shows, because Tammy Roman had a very hard time staying within the industry. Remember when she was in Basketball Wives and doing all that fighting and stuff like that?
Yeah.
To the acting world, a lot of people weren't giving her the opportunity because they were like, we see you in Basketball Wives, we see how you conduct yourself. A lot of them were scared to even have her on set.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a attack. But there's a way you can do it to where you bring the drama, but it's not to a place where it's gonna mess up your business. Kenya brings the shade. And again, some people may be turned off by her attitude, where she probably did lose some endorsements. However, with Kandi, I think it's past her time and she needs to not be on the next season. She's boring. Like Cynthia got boring. Kandi's boring.
Cynthia's been boring to me. Like, I feel like Cynthia's been boring. And I feel like Kandi, I don't know. I don't know what they see in her. It's something about Bravo loves her. I don't see what she brings from the same thing with Cynthia. I feel like she's along the same line as Cynthia.
I think one of the reasons they probably still have Kandi, isn't she like one of the main people on the cast that has like the most followers on Instagram?
Oh, yeah, that's what they did say.
She's like very well known, and she's big in Atlanta. She's one of the fan favorites sometimes.
Maybe that's why.
And you got to remember, a lot of people are watching the show, and she has a lot of other people within Atlanta, like Tiny, Toya, and other people now, Kandi again, who also promotes the show on their Instagram page. Like, oh, don't forget to watch Housewives.
Yeah.
So Kandi is a big name.
Sure.
All those people that go to Kandi and again eat her food, all those people, she got a huge, big family. She has all those people in the old lady gang. She has a lot of people that's watching the show because she's on it. So I think taking Kandi off, they may lose a lot of viewers. She's big. She has a lot. I mean, I don't know how many followers, but she has the most followers on Instagram out of everybody in the cast. So everybody following don't like the other people in the cast, but she has a big influence on maybe increasing the viewership, maybe.